What's up, everyone? Boys, bros, girls. Rob's back again with another build guide. Well, kinda. It's a bit of a scuffed build guide, this one. I wasn't going to put a video out just yet. I just hit maps on this character. I just want to show you what it looks like before I talk about it. I just hit maps. PoE trade's not working. I can't upgrade gear, so I waited half an hour. But people were asking me what they can do to build this, so this is how it looks so far, this build. And I'll explain how we make it work in a second. Let's just do the map. Essentially, guys, it is a Herald Bomber. We're abusing a bit of the new Herald cluster jewels that I'm sure they're going to nerf next league because they're pretty ridiculous. So obviously the problem with Herald Bombers in the past was you had to go Assassin pretty much and use a Coming Calamity to get enough crit chance on your Heralds for them to actually do some damage. That is no longer the case. So we've gone for an Elementalist. So our Heralds are extra juicy, and we're using some cluster jewels to make our Heralds have 100% crit chance or 91% crit chance with no gear on. Which means we do bulk extra damage. But like I said, I know I've got 2k life. I have not bought any gear. I'm still using the same stuff I leveled, except for the 2 Void Batteries and the Badge of the Brotherhood. Everything else is the exact same. I haven't done Merciless Lab yet. I'm on Proc Shield. We'll come back and loot in a sec. I'll just show you guys. So the other problem with Herald Bombers in the past is you go Assassin, your clear is absolutely awesome, but your, as you guys can see, the clear is pretty nice, but your single target is lacking unless you have a Headhunter. We're fixing that as well. So that was one of the prerequisites for me to make this build is, yeah, awesome. I want to be able to map ridiculously fast, but we have to be able to kill bosses. I know that's not a very good example with tier 1 map. Like I said, no gear. But people were asking me what it looks like, and the whole stream was like, hey, can you give us a build guide? Can't really give you guys a build guide, but I can show you what you can aim for. So at this point, 73 farmed on Blood Aqueducts, did all my skill points, just got to maps. Like I said, the only things I'm wearing that are doing any damage is the 2 Void Batteries and a Badge of the Brotherhood, which just makes us nice and fast. It's nice. Other than that, I'm literally wearing what I wore to level with Mark of Submission for Assassin's Mark, Wanderlust, some belt. This belt's actually really nice just for resistances. I had it lying around. No good flasks yet. I'm going to put a POB attached to this, but just bear in mind the POB is going to change a little bit for sure because this is very early stage of this build. We do end up grabbing 170% life, which means we aren't going to be squishy. I'm not going to have 2.3k health. We do end up grabbing 4 small clusters as well, which gives us quite a bit of health. But what you guys really need to aim for, I actually leveled as a Herald Bomber as well, which people said you can't do, but with these new clusters you can. So here comes the important part. Heralds by themselves have no crit chance. For those of you that don't understand this, they have no base crit, so we can't scale their crit. What this does, this node right here, Self-Fulfilling Prophecy, it gives our Heralds a base crit of 1%. Every single one of these stacks, so we've got one here, one here, one here, and one here. So that's 4% base crit. Now what we can do is with every node and with every global crit node and with like increased crit strikes, where are we? Sorry. This now scales its crit chance and gives it more base crit. So we can get, and with power charges it keeps scaling because there's something to scale now. It makes our Heralds always crit. My gem links are scuffed, so don't look at my profile. I'm going to put a POB up with what we're aiming for. You can work towards it, but essentially we need 2 large clusters. The large cluster jewels, make sure you get item level 75 plus, because then it can roll 2 jewel sockets and we can have 2 mediums, which is important because we want 4 of these self-fulfilling prophecies. And what we want on them is probably something like Prismatic Heart, which gives us early damage and res. You can get Disorienting Display, which is just nice for survivability. It can blind enemies near us when we're using our single target, which at this point is looking like it's going to be Ball Lightning, but I'm not too sure yet. Same on this one, Prismatic Heart. That one doesn't do anything. I just used a gem that I have as a placeholder. On the mediums, Self-Fulfilling is mandatory. We need 4 of these. And I'm going to run 4 Dark Messengers as well for huge AoE and extra Herald damage. On the smalls, you can run Surging Vitality for regen and life, or you can run, what's it called, Fettle or whatever. Hang on. Got it here on my POB. It's called Fettle. 20 max life and 10% maximum percent life. which you can run on all 4, which ends up giving us heaps of our life. Other than that, you pretty much fill out. So I filled out the tree. If you're going to level like this, which you can, just level with any spell you feel like until you get to a cluster and get some crit for your heralds. I just went straight up here. I grabbed the spell crit. I rushed from this int node. I rushed up to the cluster jewel. I went through here, rushed up to the cluster jewel, grabbed that. Then I filled in some crit multi because we started doing some good crit. Then I literally rushed all the way to this cluster, filled that out. And then I felt like I needed a bit of life, so I went all the way to the small ones. After that, I came down here for the life. Right now, I've allocated this because I just want as many power charges as I can, and it was like 40 chaos, not too expensive. As for the ascendancy, like I said, we're going elementalist because we want all our heralds to do extra damage and be really strong, and there's no better way than elementalist. So normal, go for pendulum. Cruel, go for mastermind. And then you can choose. I'm going to go for Paragon of Calamity for merciless, and I'm going to go for Liege of the Primordial on Uberlab. What else is there to say other than that, guys? The gem setup, we're going to have a pseudo 6-link helmet for our Herald of Ice or Thunder. I haven't decided which one I want to put in there yet. We're going to have our 6-link chest, which will be the other one, so it'll either be Herald of Thunder or Herald of Ice. And we're going to have a 4-link for our Ball Lightning or Orb of Storms. If not, I'm going to run a 4-link Ball Lightning and a 4-link Orb of Storms or something. We're going to figure it out. Obviously, run a cast from damage taken setup maybe in one of your weapons, and Flame Dash or Dash. It's up to you. It's just I didn't have the dex to keep leveling it, so I swapped to Dash with Second Wind. Just really nice for movement. Once again, other than that, I've got nothing planned. I know it's going to work. We just have to figure it out all together. But I will put a pop down because I know a lot of people asked for it. I appreciate you all watching. Thank you for the subs. Please click that subscription button on the YouTube. Come say hi on the Twitch. Click a follow. Join the Discord if you have any questions. I appreciate you all. Love you all. And I will see you again soon with an update with a proper build guide. Peace.